Hi, I'm Sue Prentice, and I'm coming to you from downtown West Lebanon, New Hampshire, where I've served as a city councilor for over a decade, and I've served 2 terms as mayor. It's been a week since we kicked off our campaign for the Democratic nomination for State Senate Seat District 5. During this time, I've had the opportunity to talk to a number of voters online, by phone, by email. They've had great questions. We also had a very strong fundraising week, so thank you very much. But one of the questions that I had over the week was, what are the top 3 things that you're most proud of working on? So briefly, number 1, West Bar Yard. State-owned property within city borders, old rail yard, burnt out buildings, overgrown brush, just a blight on the downtown and a drain on our downtown businesses as well as the neighborhood. We worked with our delegation, we worked with the governor's office to secure state dollars to demolish those buildings, to mow the lawn, clean up the yard, and so that we could actually remove that blight and immediately have a positive impact on the businesses in the neighborhood. So that's number 1. Number 2, the Arts and Culture Commission. I was part of, I led on pulling together a task force with members of the arts and culture community. We saw an opportunity to mobilize our cultural economy, to be a leader in the region for arts and cultural related activities that were already happening here. We're just coordinating them, bringing them together. We now have a process where if there's a new city building that is being considered, then arts is part of that discussion. How will arts be incorporated into that building? And from a public art perspective, I'm sure you saw over the winter the fountain covers in downtown Lebanon at Colburn Park. Those were all hand painted by arts organizations and children throughout our city. Tremendous work. Last but not least, we overhauled the budget process within the last 10 years. Instead of one budget in October that we received, a big book, weeks of meetings, and a vote in December, we now start in April. We meet with department heads, we set goals, we understand what the target is that we're working towards for our residents. This is the most important policy document that we have, and through those meetings over those months and into the fall, we have a long enough conversation where we know how we're going to meet our goals, how we're going to keep costs down for our taxpayers, and we've created an incredibly transparent process. So I want to thank you for your time tonight. I look forward to talking to you in the future. You can learn more about me on PrenticeForNewHampshireSenate.com, and next week I'll be coming to you and talking about I want to talk about COVID. I want to talk about the inclusiveness resolution and the Welcoming Lebanon ordinance. And I also want to talk about energy alternatives and some of the projects that we've worked on here in the city of Lebanon that are really important to government and ultimately our taxpayers. So thanks. Have a great night.